Good evening, folks. Good evening. Good evening. This is Spirit Journey. I hope you all are doing well. Today is Sunday. I hope you had a wonderful Sunday. It is Sunday, October 2, 2022. Wow. I can't believe that it's October already. Yeah. So, I have a question. Um, I was just watching a video and they were talking about the different trends. Yes, good morning, good evening, viewer, good evening, good evening. Yes, I was just watching a video and they presented certain things that are happening in the country, what they want to call the new normal. And it had me thinking when they showed um, these men in drag and they were um, it's being pandered to little children, elementary school age children. And I looked at some of the people that were on stage performing. And I've seen things like this before. And when I was young, I used to even work at a resort. And they had some of the guys that worked there at the resort in drag. And we all laughed. And it was all done in fun. And they were all adults, the adult audience. And I didn't take it seriously. That was over 20 years ago. But when I see what's happening now in the it seems like they get closer and closer to the little ones. And it got me thinking. And so again, I was watching. I hope the audio's good. Yes, I hope you can hear. If you can hear, if it's too soft, whatever, let me know if the audio's not that loud. Okay, let me know. So I thought about this before with regard to the drag queens. Now again, I in the past I watched this movie, Fu Manchu, I think it's called, and it had these three famous actors in it. And I watched it with a family member, and I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the surface aspect of the movie, just for entertainment's sake. But now I'm older, and the social climate is changing. Excuse me. The social climate is changing. And I feel I have to address the issue about something. I was just watching a video, and they had a man in drag, and they were wearing um, something like they were a child, like they a drag dressed like a child, and I don't know. They even had this a man, um, wearing, you know, I mean, not like heavy makeup, but was in like a drag outfit, exaggerated female features to an elementary school, and they were allowed to dress like this. And so, sorry, I'm just itching. But so when I saw that one especially, them going to school, a teacher, it was a teacher dressing like that. Now, you want to show good example in conduct and presentation to children, because one day the children will grow up and look for a job and things like that. You have to dress accordingly. You have to dress professional, like you're taking your work seriously. And that's when it really, really clicked in me to do. So I entitled this live stream Blackface versus Dragism. And what did I mean by that? Well, blackface in the classical sense of the word. Okay, blackface, I am a black woman. And especially in the US, they had this thing, I think it started in the 1930s. Blackface, which was a white man, usually, and they put a black paint on their face, and then they exaggerate the shape of the lips with bright red lipstick or some type of red paint. And it looks gross tech. And it's meant to laugh at. But not just laugh at the person who's doing it, but laughing at the group who they're representing. And who they're representing is the black/Negro person of color race. And also they may wear a wig, an Afro wig, but it was used to mock the group and the attitude with it. And this is considered very insulting to black people, and it was meant to offend. The intent was made to offend a group. And also they got paid money to do it. So it was to profit off of the hatred of against black people and get paid for it. So when I watch these drag queens, that is a man wearing women's clothing, and usually it's very dolled up, a lot heavy makeup, exaggerated curves and all that. Usually trying to do what you call a glamour look, okay? But when I look at them, and especially when I look at the man that dressed in drag for an elementary school, a teacher, and I felt that this was a mocking spirit. And when I looked at some of the guys, when I look at many of the guys, I should say, I sense there's a mocking spirit behind men who dress as women. It's something about it. It is not, I think, it's not representing women well. And it's just, I feel, to bring out the worst in what they think women act like. It's an exaggerated female archetype and an exaggeration of the unflattering aspects that some women may have. And so if you're a biological woman, how are we supposed to receive this if we're watching you? And now that, in the past we all laughed with you, but now it's like you're cringing on our turf as biological women. And you have women in high school, young women in high school, young adults, teens, who wish to venture into colleges and maybe they can't afford it, and they are applying for a sports scholarship, and it's the only means of affordability. And so, there are opportunities, these women, these biological females in high school who want to go into college and get a sports scholarship, it's not being hindered because you have males, biological males, who are competing for this scholarship, sports scholarship, and they can't get it as a male, so they apply for it as a female, and they're winning races, of course. Male and female have different anatomies and different physical abilities of strength. And so when it comes to power moves, the biological male could outdo the biological female in general. So they're infringing and they have it seems like an agenda. And so if they who really respects women, why do they want to uphold the woman, the biological woman? You could admire a woman and uphold her goodness. You know, the best in females. I wouldn't have a problem with that. You want to protect who you love. You want to protect her interests, the woman. You wouldn't take away from it. So you can tell someone who really loves you when they support you, when they protect you, your interests. But when that's not held up, then it's a problem. And you become more adversarial, and becoming more competitive against the female. And plus, I think that some of these people who dress in drag or transvestite is actually a woman hater and want to remove you from your position as a woman, and they want to replace you. And so in the meanwhile, they are, in my opinion, they are laughing at you as a woman, because in the back of their mind they're thinking, how far can I go with this, and how could I permanently remove your position on this planet? And I'm going to dress this way, and wear exaggerated female features to mock your natural breasts, your natural backside, your natural thighs, your natural hips. The way you walk, I'm going to exaggerate and mock you, and then replace you. So I start to ask myself, okay, in the past, like in the 1930s, when the blackface was being done at the expense of black people, should not dragism, men who wear clothes to, the drag queens, or the men that, they're obviously men, and they dressing like women, disheveled, some of them, taking your chance of getting that college scholarship. Isn't that mocking? And shouldn't that be considered pejorative against women? If blackface is prejudice against black people, should not dragism, people who do drag or transvestite, shouldn't that be considered a pejorative against women. What's the difference between drag queens, and doing blackface? To me, in my opinion, that blackface and dragism, as I would call it, are equivalently offensive and should be considered offensive. So if it's offensive, why do we as women, why do we allow it? Why do we allow this behavior in mocking the biological woman? I am tired as a woman to be mocked at by a man and then infringe on my ability to get certain jobs, because now you're competing for me for the same type of jobs, or as a student, or have access to our bathrooms. Why are you infringing on our rights as women? I feel deep down that many of these people who dress this way are misogynist in nature. And when they deal with real biological women, it's the hatred they have for you. And some women think that they are better than you. And they want to get rid of you. Or they talk harshly at you, at the real biological women. See, again, they're not doing that because they admire the woman. They want to replace you. It's a difference. They really don't want you around. Why are we as women, biological women, why do we allow it? And why aren't we offended? Why aren't we speaking out? About blackface, the class and dragism. I don't know. It's the same. It is the same. You cry out when you see something like blackface, even if it's not even a real, like someone might just have on what they call a bronzer. Someone just did a bronzer to like they got a suntan. They get off shape. Some people in the black community, when they twist it around, any hint of someone doing something to enhance their color or get the lips big or whatever, they get highly offended, some people in the black community. But it's not a classical blackface. I've seen blackface before. Getting a suntan is not blackface. Someone who goes to a tanning salon, that is not blackface. And you get offended. Why are you not offended by dragism or drag face? You might call it drag face. Let's call it drag face. And you allow this. The more you let them get away with it, the more they're going to take from you as women and really start oppressing you. Start thinking, start really, really thinking. And what you're going to tolerate. It's not a joke, and they're not your friend. You think you hang around someone with blackface in the class, the blackface, what they did in the 1930s. Do you think someone like that can be a black person's friend? Would you want to hang around somebody like that? Oh, but they're funny. Oh, yeah, they're funny at your expense. Yes, they're laughing. And they're laughing at you because you're not doing anything. And they're going to keep on stepping over the boundaries to see how far they can go. And the next thing you know, oh, what happened? Now, this video is not against those people who just, hey, like women's clothes. They just love put on makeup. But someone who has a deep hatred for the biological female and want to remove your position on the planet via taking away your abilities to go to college, because now they're taking all the scholarships. Competing with men, competing to get a boyfriend. Some may be able to pass as a female and get the guy before you. Or going for job, modeling jobs. They use they don't be biological women models for real women. When is it going to stop? When is it? It goes far beyond just liking certain type of clothes. It's the intent I'm talking about. Just like true blackface of the 1930s. What was that all about? It's about intent to disrespect you and to show mastery over their target. Let me know what you think. Again, you have the freedom, people have the freedom, men and women have the freedom to dress how they feel like expressing themselves. And they can have, under the law, rights of orientation. I am not talking about that. I'm talking about motive and mocking you as a woman. Because if people can dress as a woman and in a mocking way, then you have some people then who could say, I have a right to dress in blackface, true blackface, because it's their right of expression. Okay. So I know it's controversial what I speak of. If you don't start speaking out and you figure everybody's your friend, not everybody's your friend. And it seems like a lot of people in the Black community, it's my opinion, through the things I see through social media, that if a drag queen is around a bunch of Black women, that somehow the Black women think these are their friends. Wake up, woman. Wake up. Wake up. They're going to replace you. Please wake up. And wake up your children too, to stop this behavior. Again, this is just my opinion. And again, your lifestyle is your business. But your intent is my business. That's all I'm saying. Okay? So thank you again for listening to this live stream. And you can share your opinions in the section. Um, you can even tell your stories or experiences and how it made you feel when you saw a man in drag or a man trying to pass as a woman, and your experiences in general as a female, as a biological female, and how it made you feel, and when things are happening in your community, men who do this. I know, okay, each one teach one, each one teach one. So again, people for listening and enjoying this content, and those of you who want to support this channel, you may wish to PayPal me, and to do so, I have a PayPal me link at my channel, and you'll find it on the top right of the banner of my channel. Just click on the link and follow the prompts. Any amount would be greatly appreciated, and I'm thanking you in advance. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you for listening. And please share this video with friends and family members who you think might enjoy this content. Uh, Thank you again. Peace, love, joy, and power be unto you, people. I thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.